Welcome, story lovers, aspiring filmmakers, and script enthusiasts to Pencil, Paper, Plot. And I'm incredibly excited because today we're doing something really special here on the channel.
Indeed. We're opening up a script that, well, it didn't just redefine action cinema. It introduced us to one of the most iconic characters, really, of the last decade. It's a script that, on the surface, it might seem pretty simple, but the execution, it's just a masterclass in, economical storytelling.
That's precisely right. Today we're diving deep into Derek Kolstad's original screenplay for the 2014 film John Wick. This is the script that launched a franchise, influenced countless action movies, and proved, I think, that a clear, emotionally resonant goal can drive even the most, fantastical plots.
Yeah.
Our mission today is to break this script down scene by scene. We want to uncover the techniques Kolstad used, talk about our favorite moments, and pull out some valuable insights for you, whether you're, writing your first short or just love picking apart great stories.
Absolutely. We'll be looking at how character is revealed through action, not just dialogue, the meticulous pacing of a revenge story, and how those key scriptwriting bits, like beats and payoffs, build such a compelling experience.
Okay, let's start right at the top. The silence of grief, those opening scenes establishing John Wick's world. The script kicks off with music only. We see John, 40s, but with an ancient soul, lost in thought at a restaurant. 2 drinks on the table.
Vodka soda for him, white wine for her.
Right, and what's amazing is how Kolstad creates this immediate emotional connection, like you said, without a single line of dialogue.
It's incredibly effective, isn't it? That music-only instruction, it's not just a suggestion. It forces you, the reader, and then the audience to just feel the weight of it. The 2 drinks, Norma's face never quite seen. It builds intimacy and then absence instantly.
It's so efficient.
Yeah, really poignant way to establish that connection.
And there's that tiny detail, the way he checks his watch, with the face on the opposite side of his wrist. It's kind of quirky, right? But for me, it immediately hints at something different about him, a past life maybe, even before we know anything.
That's a great point. Does a detail like that land for a first-time viewer, or is it more for, the rewatch?
I think it works on both levels maybe. Subconsciously, it adds to his uniqueness first time around.
Right. And then later, you notice it, and it clicks, suggesting that meticulous nature, maybe habits from, before. It's a great tip for writers listening. How can you use tiny visual details to hint at deeper character stuff without just spelling it out? Showing, not telling.
Exactly. And the script explicitly uses a beat multiple times right at the start. It's not just style, is it? It feels like a direct instruction.
Oh, totally. It provides rhythm. It creates these dramatic pauses, makes you pay attention, slows things down just enough for the emotion to really land, forces that moment of reflection, lets the grief settle.
Yeah. So from the restaurant, we move into his home life after Norma. Just as impactful but quiet. His routine, waking up, the hallway overflowing with family pictures, cataloging their life together. No children, just sheer, unadulterated happiness.
And his home is clean and organized, the handiwork of an ever-efficient man. It's great economical exposition.
So what makes that kind of exposition work so well, do you think?
Well, it's that visual contrast again, isn't it? Instead of him talking about it, we see this ordered, quiet, but totally lonely life.
Yeah.
The clean house doesn't just say he's tidy. It hints at discipline, this methodical nature which clashes so powerfully with the chaos inside him.
Right, it sets up that internal conflict visually, and it hints at the guy he used to be or still is underneath.
Yeah, the guy who's terrifyingly efficient later on.
For me, the image that really sticks from this opening is him drinking coffee, that long, dark, brooding moment. The loneliness, almost unsettling, you just feel his isolation.
It's palpable. And the script links locations to characters so well, like his basement pristine, dozens of leather-bound books, a workbench with hundreds of small spaces, and that heavy bag. It screams discipline, maybe hints at that past life again, before we even know what it is.
It's those precise details, the organized basement, the books, the workbench. It's not just tidiness, is it? It's about precision, control, efficiency.
Exactly. Traits that become terrifyingly relevant later. The heavy bag is the obvious visual clue, of course. Groundwork for the boogeyman, laid without a word.
Then there's that quiet, almost tender moment, John restoring an old children's book with surgical gloves. It suggests what? A desire to mend, find purpose, connect with lost innocence.
It highlights his human side, definitely. Using surgical gloves, too, that precision again, a really nice understated moment.
And then the phone rings. He answers, hangs up, shoulders slumped, defeated as tears well in his eyes. This feels like the peak of that initial grief phase, and the power of what's not said.
Absolutely. What's left unsaid is often more powerful, right?
Right.
We don't know what the call was about, but we feel its gravity from his reaction alone. It's a masterclass in subtext through action. A great tip for writers. Don't spell everything out. Let the character's actions carry the meaning.
Okay, so from that depth of grief, we move into the next big beat. The gift and the glimmer of hope. We see John visiting Norma in the hospital, comatose. He holds her hand.
And the script is unclenching. The doctor turns off the machines. Norma's body grows still. The description emphasizes so many machines, wires, tubes, and monitors. It's the stark concrete end of that life.
Yeah, the finality is brutal, and the doctor leaving him alone there just hammers home his isolation.
It's stark, painful, leaves him completely raw.
Then the shift. John in a gray suit on the edge of the bed. Then he goes to the garage, revealing his legendary vehicle, a black 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 429 convertible.
The Mustang.
He drives it through the cemetery where Norma's buried, and Marcus watches from the shadows. The car feels like more than just a car here. It's his escape, maybe. Grounds him.
Oh, definitely. The Mustang is practically a character itself. It's his sanctuary, a link to his past. Maybe the only joy left besides Norma. It makes him relatable, grounds the myth in something human.
And Marcus watching.
Perfect subtle foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Introduces this mysterious element without explaining anything. Builds intrigue beautifully. That's a great technique for writers.
Yeah.
Introduce elements subtly before they become central. Let the questions build.
Okay. And then the world starts to open up a bit. The wake at John's house. He feels like an outsider. Marcus approaches him, and their conversation is just dripping with subtext.
Marcus talks about John giving this a chance, making a life out of this, warning against old memories resurfacing.
And advising him to mourn and then start over. And then that tiny, crucial detail, Marcus wears his watch exactly as John does.
Yeah. That scene is packed with world-building hints. Marcus's dialogue immediately tells you there's a past John tried to escape. What was that life? The shared watch detail is brilliant visual shorthand for a shared past, a bond, maybe a code.
And that line from Marcus, it's a seduction when old memories resurface. So concise, so powerful. Hints at the danger, the allure.
Exactly. Sets up that whole theme of starting over versus being pulled back.
Yeah.
Key conflict for the whole story.
And then the emotional turning point, the inciting incident of hope. A delivery woman brings a package.
The beagle puppy, Daisy.
John's confused at first, finds the letter from Norma with the daisy drawn on it. Her voiceover explains she sent Daisy for him to love.
The car doesn't count. What a line.
It's such a punch, a lifeline from beyond the grave.
It really is. Daisy isn't just a plot device. She's Norma's last gift, that lifeline. And the car doesn't count adds humor, but also shows how well Norma knew him. The relief, that tiny hint of a smile on John's face after all that despair, it's a huge payoff for the audience.
Yeah, pure hope.
And for writers, look how a seemingly small event carries massive emotional and plot weight. It's the start of his healing, offers a path forward. It's not just setting up the revenge plot, it's deeper than that.
Okay, so now we get this brief period of comfort, the calm before the storm, really. Days pass. Daisy wakes John up with thump, thump.
He's still grumpy, sure.
But we see them eating breakfast together. Daisy gets cereal, John working on the car, Daisy sleeping nearby. The script uses fade to show time passing, him slowly recovering, this routine forming.
Yeah, and those mundane moments are crucial. They're not filler. They build the bond between John and Daisy, make us invest in it. So when it's shattered,
it hurts way more, establishes what's about to be lost, raises the stakes.
Exactly. Makes you feel his fragile happiness before it's ripped away.
And that bond deepens even more with the scene at the private airport. John takes Daisy for a spin in the Mustang.
Driving like a maniac. Controlled spins, knuckles white, teeth grinding, hints at that suppressed rage, the old demon's still there.
The driving is catharsis, a release, but Daisy loves it, and he actually chuckles, scratches her. It's pure show don't tell, right? We see how much he loves her in that shared joy.
Precisely. It combines that inner conflict, the rage bubbling up with catharsis, Daisy enjoying it, his genuine smile. It's such a powerful visual of her positive influence, a rare moment of pure joy for him.
And then like a thematic beat, a moment of peace, John and Daisy at the park. He smiles as she eats a treat. The script says, peace is slowly beginning to seep back into his being.
Yeah, that line feels deliberate. It establishes his normal, his contentment, vital for the contrast to come.
It's like the script is saying, okay, this is the fragile piece that's about to be obliterated, makes the violation feel even worse.
Exactly. Highlights the vulnerability of that piece.
And then it happens. The spark that ignites everything, the gas station, John's filling up the Mustang, Theos Tarasov pulls up.
Asks how much for the car. So arrogant.
John, it ain't for sale, kid. Yosef mutters in Russian, everything's got a price, bitch. And John, totally unexpected, replies calmly in perfect Russian.
Yeah, me so. But not this. Bitch. Boom.
Yosef is stunned. John just drives off.
It's amazing how fast the script establishes Yosef as this entitled douchebag, just through his actions and words. And this tiny interaction, this casual disrespect, sets the entire plot in motion. It's not some grand plan, just arrogance.
And the payoff. John's fluent Russian, the sharp retort. It's the first concrete hint of his past, paying off those vague mentions of old memories.
Exactly. Huge tip for writers.
Mm.
Plant those subtle clues early that pay off later. Deepens character, deepens plot. So satisfying when it lands.
Okay, now we hit the devastating core. The devastation and the reawakening. The script briefly reinforces the piece John found watching the car. Daisy chasing seagulls, relaxing in the basement, going to bed, really twisting the knife before the attack.
Yeah, central setup. Cements that fragile piece, making the violation even more shocking and personal. Makes us really feel his happiness before it's gone.
And then the moment.
Yeah.
The one that launched 1,000 memes. John wakes to Daisy growling. Here's the thump and a yelp. Enters the living room, 2 masked men, and the third, Yosef.
Who hits him with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Brutal.
John sees Daisy's silhouette, her breathing labored. Yosef reveals his face, holding the gas station receipt, delivers that chilling line. You know, it's amazing how much information one can pull from a receipt nowadays. Sleep tight, bitch. John's knocked out cold.
This is it, the ultimate betrayal, the true inciting incident for his return. The violence is sudden, visceral, and it's more than just the car. It's the violation of his sanctuary, his home, raises the stakes way beyond material loss.
But the real gut punch.
Daisy's whimper, her pulling her broken body over to his side. It's designed for maximum emotional impact, maximum audience fury. It's not just a dog, it's his last link to Norma, his last hope. Pure weaponized sentiment to unleash that rage.
The aftermath is just as devastating, but so quiet. John wakes, finds Daisy dead, cradles her, stares blankly. Later, buries her, gently removes the collar, places it on a nail, almost with reverence. That silent ritual. It's the emotional heart of the film for me. His quiet grief is way more powerful than any scream.
It absolutely is. The script understands that quiet grief can hit harder. His blank stare conveys the crushing loss, the extinguishing of hope, the meticulous burial, the collar. It shows his respect for Daisy as Norma's final gift. It's grief, but also disturbingly acceptance of the path he now has to take.
So what about character transformation for writers listening? The script shows John cleaning the blood, shaving with a ceramic razor, his features hardening, putting on the dark tailored suit, creating that intimidating veneer.
Drinks coffee, no breakfast, staring, looks at the photos, sighs, then raises his face, and the script says, the change which has washed over him is complete. It's a powerful visual metamorphosis.
Yeah. It's all action, symbolic action. The shaving, the suit, it's ritualistic, shedding the widower, reclaiming the assassin. Even the ceramic razor hints at something specialized from his past.
And it pays off earlier stuff. The organized house, the book restoration, that efficiency is now redirected, becoming dark, focused. Great tip for writers. Show transformation through concrete actions, not just dialogue. The script makes it clear. This isn't just anger. It's cold, calculated re-engagement.
And the script visually hammers this home. John, on a bus, quiet determination, then bam, his Mustang roars past, but it's ESF and his thugs inside.
That juxtaposition is brilliant. John on the quiet bus, his car defiled by his enemies. It visually signals his shift from passive grief to active pursuit. Signals the war before a shot is fired.
It's incredibly effective. Shows he's the hunter now, and the Mustang, twisted from a symbol of joy into an affront, becomes the vehicle for his vengeance.
Brilliant visual shorthand for the pivot.
Okay, now the underworld starts revealing itself. Aurelio's shop, leading up to Vigo's monologue. The stolen Mustang arrives at Aurelio's automotive 247 chop shop. Hardened criminals, but also a tight-knit, loyal, and talented crew.
Intriguing description.
Aurelio sees the car, pulls the registration John Wick, and instantly knows. Hits Yosef for boasting about killing the dog. His crew draw weapons on Kirill. Vigo gets called. This is world building in action, right?
Phenomenal world building, yeah. Plunges us right into the rules, the social structure, hints of gold coins, the respect for Aurelio, the underlying code, this hidden world operating parallel to ours.
And Aurelio's reaction is the first big clue about John's status, isn't it? Before Vigo even speaks. His anger isn't just the car, it's the disrespect to John Wick and the consequences for everyone.
Absolutely. And the dramatic irony, Yosef cluelessly asking who gives a shit while Aurelio's terrified, highlights the massive mistake Yosef made. The standoff escalates tension, shows violence is always just below the surface.
John arrives. Aurelio tells him it was Yosef, Vigo's son. John's gaze confirms his intent. They share a drink. Aurelio gives him the info, apologizes about the dog. So efficient.
Yeah, shows the network's efficiency. Aurelio gives him what he needs, confirms the severity. The shared drink is like a ritual acknowledgement. And the apology for the dog, again, underlines that even among criminals, some lines shouldn't be crossed. It gives John's motivation weight, even within their hierarchy.
Then, a major action scene to reestablish John's prowess. He goes to Takeshi's automotive, takes out 2 guards, instantly snapping wrists, disarming, neck breaking, pure surgical precision. Everyone else just backs off in fear. Finds car totally disassembled, gets the 70 Hemikuta.
Takes off, chased by 2 Skylines, disables them with precision shots, questions the driver, finds out Yosef is at the Red Circle Club, Vigo's place, then leaves the driver to die. It's a visceral display of his skill.
It's not just spectacle, right? It's showing why he's feared, setting up Vigo's monologue. His violence is focused, objective-driven, speaking Japanese hints at his reach. Great lesson for writers. Action must serve character and plot. What does this fight reveal? And then that quick, powerful exchange. Aurelio gets the call from Vigo. Vigo demands to know why he hit his son. Aurelio's calm reply: because he stole John Wick's car and killed his dog.
Vigo's response.
Just that single drawn-out, oh, then hangs up. That, oh, is genius. Says everything about John's reputation. A comedic beat, almost, that instantly establishes the threat.
Masterstroke of concise dialogue. Conveys the hierarchy, the stakes, John's legendary status more effectively than pages of exposition. Pure gold, that moment.
Okay, this scene is where the legend is truly forged in words. Vigo's townhouse. Vigo's scarred, well-dressed, intimidating. He confronts Yosef violently, hits him, threatens him. Then the monologue.
Yeah, explaining John's past to his clueless son.
John
was the fucking boogeyman.
I once saw John shoot a man on a windy day from 2,000 yards out.
I watched as he killed 3 men in a bar with a pencil.
He walked into a triad meeting unarmed and emerged the only man unscathed. And Vigo admitting he let John retire, not out of respect, but out of fear.
It's Vigo's definitive intro. Powerful, cunning, ruthless. Disciplining Yosef shows his authority. The monologue isn't just exposition. It builds the myth, turns hints into terrifying legend. That pencil line is unforgettable, instantly sells John's almost supernatural skill.
Right, it makes cinematic history. All the foreshadowing clicks into place. Vigo explains why John is so dangerous, making Yosef's casual mistake even more idiotic.
And while Vigo's talking, the script brilliantly cuts to John in his basement, smashing concrete with a sledgehammer.
Revealing the trapdoor, the sub-basement filled with military containers, briefcases. He opens one, pistols, silencers, ammo.
That parallel action is so effective. Vigo tells us about John's past. The script shows John literally unearthing it, the image of him breaking concrete. Powerful.
And the hidden arsenal beneath the peaceful home, chilling visual payoff for the boogeyman monologue confirms John is truly back.
It's a fantastic visual representation. Reinforces he's not just seeking revenge, he's an unstoppable force being systematically unleashed.
Right after the monologue, Vigo tells Yosef, "Get the fuck out of my sight." Then immediately calls someone, gives an address. 1. Armed. Professional. Puts the contract out.
No hesitation. Vigo understands the threat and acts decisively. Escalates it from personal to full-on underworld war instantly. Shows he's a formidable adversary.
Now the underworld unravels further. John's home defense, introducing the Continental. John's at his kitchen table assembling pistols. 3 masked men breach the house.
But John's already gone. Moved the guns. Anticipated it.
Ambushes them with terrifying precision. Uses the kitchen light to shoot a guy through the wall. Just shows his awareness, his skill. He's always ahead.
Yeah, not just reacting, anticipating. Moving the pistols shows his cunning. Using the shadow from the light, brilliant use of environment in the action. Great tip for writers. How can a character use surroundings creatively? Cements him as a master.
And then one of my favorite darkly funny moments. John's cleaning up the bodies, plastic sheeting, duct tape. Jimmy, the cop, knocks. Noise complaint.
Sees the dead guy. John calmly says he's just sorting out a few things with the Russian mob.
And Jimmy's reply, "Sort that out however you see fit. I'll cover your ass." John reminds him, "You still owe me."
Fantastic world building. Injects dark humor. Shows the regular world is aware, even complicit. Blurred lines, this deep network. The "you still owe me" hints at a long history of favors. John's deep ties, the favor economy. So subtle, so effective.
Okay, for writers building worlds, John calls for a reservation. For 4, glancing at the bodies, counts out 6 American Liberty gold bullion coins.
Mops blood, spackles bullet holes. Charlie, the cleaner, arrives. John gives him the coins. Charlie asks if he'll hear from John again. John, goodbye, Charlie.
This clearly establishes the underworld rules, right? The gold coins as currency for specific services. The reservation for 4, macabre, but clever.
Exactly. Firmly establishes the internal economy, the rules. The cleaning crew, no questions asked, shows a professionalism within the brutality. Charlie's question about John leaving it behind reinforces that back theme. Efficient way to expand the universe's rules, make it feel logical, self-contained.
John packs his weapons case, a suitcase, sits on the floor, apple, silenced pistol, waiting for daylight. That image, armed, resolute, such a contrast to his earlier grief, fully committed now.
Stark visual contrast. Tells you everything about his mindset. Quiet, but speaks volumes about his determination.
Stakes escalate again. Vigo learns about the hit squad failing, puts out the big contract. 2 million dead, 3 alive, calls Marcus. Asks if he'd kill John.
Marcus's reply was being the operative word. Shifts allegiance. Agrees to the contract, but we see him assembling his own silenced pistol.
Massively ramps up the tension. Officially establishes the war, the bounty. And Marcus's ambiguity agreeing, but arming himself adds that layer of complexity, loyalty questions, makes you wonder about his real intentions. Great for writers. Ambiguous loyalties add depth, unpredictability.
Definitely. Keeps you guessing.
John travels. More world building. Train station. Evan, the TSA guy, lets John and his luggage through, turns off the x-ray, pockets 2 gold coins John leaves in the tray.
Brilliant detail. Shows the gold coin system extends beyond just criminals into public areas. Suggests this vast, interconnected network beneath everyday life. So pervasive.
Then, the Continental. One of the most unique parts of this world. John checks in. The manager deals with David Perkins, the abusive customer. John offers Perkins his room.
A moment of quiet generosity.
Manager, thanks, John. John pays, asks for room service with a gold coin. Manager explains the services. This is the formal intro to the Continental as neutral ground, sanctuary, strict code.
Absolute pivotal. Establishes the rules, the role. Manager's professionalism, casual acceptance of coins, no questions asked, reinforces its order, its authority. And John's generosity with Perkins offers that glimpse of the man he was trying to be, contrasting with Perkins' entitlement. Highlights John's own code.
Then, John's room. Cases open an armory of dismantled weapons. Cleaning a pistol, loading, silencer, surrounded by heavy weaponry. Puts on his jacket, leaves, gearing up, methodical, shows his expertise, determination. The sheer amount of weapons emphasizes the scale of the fight.
Yeah, preparation and ruthless efficiency. The professional assembling his tools underscores the magnitude of the task, his total commitment, chilling demonstration of his expertise.
Now the bloodbath begins. The Red Circle Club. John arrives. Bouncer, Francis, recognizes him. Lost weight. John hides his silenced pistol in a potted plant before the metal detector. Tactical. Elevator to the penthouse. The club setup reinforces the organized nature of this underworld.
Continues the world building. John hiding the weapon, quick thinking, tactical mind. Small, satisfying moments showing his intelligence. The methodical approach here builds tension for the violence to come.
John orders vodka caviar, studies the room, spots Victor. Flashback confirms Victor limping during the home invasion, follows him to the bathroom, wedges the door with his ceramic razor.
Takes out the bodyguards quickly, slices one with the broken razor, disarms, and throat strikes the other. Reaffirms his hand-to-hand skill, his resourcefulness with improvised weapons.
Dramatic irony payoff, right? The flashback confirms Victor's role, provides a target, shows John's not just good with guns, he's lethal with anything.
Exactly. Master of any weapon or none.
Confronts Victor in the stall, slams his head into the toilet, demands Yosef's location. Victor spills. Yosef's with Vigo. John breaks Victor's arm, then savagely drives his head onto the toilet room, breaks his neck, paralyzes him, leaves him to drown.
Says, I'll leave that to gravity. Takes his wallet, phone. That line is chillingly effective, memorable. Dry wit in the darkest moment.
It's visceral, shows his cold, calculating side on the mission, not just killing, extracting info. His actions are undeniably cruel, blurring the hero line, telling Victor, I'm not going to kill him darkly funny, technically true, heightens the brutality, defines his ruthlessness.
Absolutely. Powerful moment defining his vengeance.
Cleans up, takes a dead guy's shirt, exits, tips the waitress $200. Elevator. Kirill and 2 others enter. John overhears Kirill say, Babushka connects him to the home invasion.
Immediate attack. Disables all 3. Brutal. Tight quarters fight. Breaks Kirill's knee, then his neck. Drags the bodies out. Classic elevator combat, intensified by the space.
And the babushka line payoff of that small detail from earlier triggers the attack, clean narrative link, shows his ruthlessness, stamina, takes a knife slash but keeps going.
Brutal, but exquisitely choreographed action.
After the elevator, takes cash from the wallets, gives it to a homeless man, finds Yosef's number on Victor's phone, calls him.
Tells him Victor is dead, so's the other one. And as for you, drops the phone. Yosef is terrified.
It's chilling psychological warfare. It makes his enemies understand the threat. It's a direct challenge. And giving the cash to the homeless guy, that moral contrast, shows a sliver of his code remains.
Yeah, calculated vengeance delivery, not just killing, making them feel it. And the homeless man moment is vital. Shows complexity. He's not pure monster.
Now the hunt escalates. The bounty system is live. John encounters the fake taxi driver and prostitute bounty hunters.
He brutalizes them, figures them out quickly, noticing the shoes, the watch, questions them, learns the bounty. 2 million dead, 3 alive.
Shoots them in the knees, leaves them. Marcus watches, amused. This officially introduces the contract, adds that new layer of danger.
Definitely. John's hyper-awareness, observing details, proves his experience. He's not just muscle. And the dark humor, Vigo always was a frugal bastard. Welcome to New York. Contrasts with the violence. Marcus's amusement hints again at his true allegiance.
John returns to the Continental, gets medical help from the doctor, pills for function, warning of pain, pays with a gold coin, again showcases the specialized services, the gold coin economy.
Yeah, self-contained world. And his doctor's warning, rip open, you will bleed, emphasizes the physical toll, grounds the violence in reality.
Then more world building. John walks to the kitchen, down to the sub-basement, uses a gold coin to open the thick, imposing iron door to the speakeasy.
Inner sanctum. Winston greets him as Jonathan. Notes he's rusty. John greets Addie, the bartender, who's stunned.
Meanwhile, David Perkins takes photos, texts the Continental, gets warned. We may not engage in hostilities upon those premises, Perkins replies. I'm willing to take the risk.
Brilliant. Reveals the speakeasy as the social hub, neutral ground, absolute rules. Winston's calm authority, familiarity with John, establishes his importance. And Perkins' texting sets up the next conflict. Shows not everyone respects the rules, raises stakes within the sanctuary. Great tip. Show characters making bad decisions for gain, then show consequences.
Okay, relentless action continues. John returns to his room, a tad bit tipsy, singing. Gets in bed. 3 masked men, including Perkins, enter, try to subdue it.
But he's playing possum. Breaks Perkins' wrist, kills the other 2 brutally. Perkins stumbles away. John throws his K-bar knife into Perkins' shoulder blade. Demands info. Iosif, Vigo's piggy bank, a small bank near Cannon Court in Little Russia. Harry, the neighbor, appears with a pistol, lowers it, knows John, agrees to babysit the breathing one for a gold coin. Catch and release. John calls the manager again. Reservation for 4. Asks for something reliable for valet. Intense close-quarters fight shows John's skill even when surprised. Playing possum shows his tactical mind. Interrogation under duress moves the plot. Harry showing up reinforces John's network, the favor economy. Catch and release indicates a code. The reservation for 4, callback darkly funny, highlights the cycle of violence. Perfect summary. Shows how action, plot, world building, and character all work together seamlessly.
John picks up an old Ford LTD from the Continental lot, keys in the wheel well, drives to Little Russia, observes the bank, notes 3 open windows with movement, gets coffee, observing undercover guards. Methodical. He's a planner. Yeah. Emphasizes his intelligence, tactical planning, reconnaissance. Assesses visually shadows, movements. Shows he's a complete operative, not just a force of nature.
Then, total escalation. Systematically eliminates the 3 snipers across the street. Knife, uses their own gun. Ghost-like efficiency.
Uses a sniper rifle to take out 2 guards on the street. Dons ski mask, turns jacket inside out, black to gray, grabs gas can, MP5, calmly crosses the street as traffic stops in horror.
Establishes him as that almost supernatural force, the boogeyman made real. Calm, methodical approach is terrifying.
Marks the shift from covert to overt. Ski mask, jacket change signals going hot. Traffic stopping explicitly shows the move to public. High-stakes violence. Character unleashed.
Enters the bank, knocks out security guard, kills the 4 private guards efficiently, runs out of ammo, quickly switches to pistol adaptable.
Orders everyone out except the bank manager. Pours gas in the vault, unloads the MP5 into the gas can. Boom! Burns Vigo's millions, art, jewels, calmly exits. Vigo arrives later, devastated.
This is the core blow, right? Destroys Vigo's power base. Ultimate vengeance, not just for the car dog, but for disrupting his life. Satisfying payoff, tangible victory.
Exactly. And Vigo's reaction, what a shame, what a fucking shit. Then realizing his son is worth less than the ash is crucial. Establishes John's true impact, hitting Vigo where it hurts. Empire, legacy, wealth.
Now, the final reckoning. John grabs his MP5 from the dumpster. Vigo exits the bank, shocked. John attacks, kills more men, takes hits, keeps coming.
Vigo triggers C4 in his car, blows it up, throws John. John's dazed.
Shows John's relentless pursuit, undeterred. Vigo's C4 shows he's still formidable, capable of desperate tactics.
And Vigo's line acknowledges John's uniqueness. Grudging respect between adversaries deepens the final confrontation.
Then the script gives us John's definitive character statement. He's captured, handcuffed in an art gallery basement. Vigo questions him, retirement, wife, kids, tries to understand.
Vigo justifies himself, his consolidation bringing peace, profit, laments Yosef messing with John Wick, offers the car back, cash, even that goddamn puppy tries to buy him off. And then
The line, "It was just a dog."
that triggers it. Highlights the fundamental misunderstanding. Vigo sees value in things. John's value was hope, connection. Priceless.
And John's speech after that, powerful. I was Death's favorite pupil. Then I met Norma. When she died, I lost everything, until that dog arrived, a gift from my departed wife. In that moment, I received some semblance of hope. And your boy took that from me. I'm thinking I'm back. Mission statement.
Absolutely. Provides Vigo's perspective, makes him complex.
Yeah.
But John's speech is the emotional climax. Defines his motivation, unwavering purpose.
Fueled by that, John dislocates his thumb signature move, slips the cuffs, kills the guards, chases Vigo's limo, takes out the men, drags Vigo from the wreck, pops his thumb back in. Brutal resilience.
Vigo gives up Yosef's safe house address for his life. Says he'll pull the contract. John pours rubbing alcohol on his head, gritting his teeth. Painful detail, grounding the action.
Iconic moves. Shows how he gets info through force. Temporary truce clearly won't last, and the rubbing alcohol reminds us of the physical toll.
Exactly. Transactional understanding, but fragile.
Script reinforces the rules again. Harry leaves Perkins taped up, reminding him, management, they don't take kindly to that sort of thing, breaking Continental rules.
Firm reinforcement, severe consequences. Perkins' fate is a clear message, upholds the world's internal logic, satisfying a brutal conclusion for him.
Safe house. Dozens of armed men, snipers. Yosef inside, playing on an iPad, oblivious. John appears silently above him. Ghost. Shoots him between the eyes, no words.
Moves through the rooftops, reveals he silently killed all 4 snipers, throat slit, walks off. Mission accomplished. Pays off the boogeyman description perfectly. Unstoppable spectral force.
Yosef's death is swift, unceremonious, cold vengeance. Anticlimactic spectacle, but definitive end to the target. Quick dispatch, unseen sniper kills, underscores his skill, stealth. Great tip. Sometimes the quiet, swift resolution is most impactful.
Totally agree. Less is more sometimes.
Vigo learns of Yosef's death, no emotion, makes arrangements, ruthless. Meanwhile, Winston kills Perkins in the sub-basement, rule-breaking, punished.
Vigo's lack of emotion reinforces his pragmatism. Yosef became a liability. Winston's swift execution confirms the Continental's absolute authority. Cold, hard-world, absolute code.
John on a bridge, contemplating. Marcus joins him. Vigo pulled the contract. John, tired. Marcus acknowledges he found justice, urges him, go have one last drink, then go home.
Marcus walks off. John gets medical care again. Doctor says, this one's on me. Has a drink at the speakeasy. Half smile. Manager gives him a parting gift, a '68 Firebird. Finds a Glock 17 in the glove box. Drives away, at peace with the world.
Marcus's conversation is crucial, reveals his loyalty, understood John's pain, allowed him his goal. Advice to go home suggests possibility of peace. Brief calm, the Firebird gift, suggests solace might be possible.
But the Glock in the glove box. Subtle reminder his old life is never far. Emotional resolution, but fragile, temporary.
And peace shattered instantly. Marcus killed by Vigo for not taking the shot. Vigo plays the recording, Marcus saying John was only a man who sought justice.
Marcus commits suicide by cop. Defiant final act. I go out on my own. Tragic, but demonstrates Vigo's ruthlessness, the unforgiving code. Powerful character moment.
Dramatically shatters John's brief peace, launches him back, transforms personal revenge into something bigger. Not just Daisy now, it's about his few remaining connections.
Absolutely. The re-inciting incident.
Renewed urgency. Vigo calls John, informs him about Marcus. John's face hardens, pure rage. Winston calls Vigo's fueling a jet. John turns the Firebird around, fury absolute.
Marcus's death is the new fuel. Personal vengeance becomes existential conflict. Calls drive the urgency, reset stakes, pace for the final act. Rage isn't just grief now. It's about protecting, avenging.
Ultimate confrontation. John chases Vigo's Suburbans, ramming them on the wet road, uses the Firebird as a weapon, destroys them, crashes, hangs off the bridge, falls into the water.
Vigo shoots at him. John surfaces, confronts Vigo. Both exhausted and broken yet feral creatures. Vigo calls him a hypocrite. Brutal hand-to-hand knife fight.
John breaks Vigo's wrist, knee, shoves the blade into Vigo's neck. Vigo dies. Raw, brutal, exhausting climax.
John's vulnerability, resilience on full display. Bleeding, tired, still ferocious. His line, "Do I look civilized to you?" highlights the primal nature, the cost. Vengeance, fully satisfied. Bloody, definitive end. Emotionally charged, physically demanding. Leaves an impact.
Severely wounded, John pulls himself up, finds a vet's office, breaks in, cleans his wounds, pills, stitches himself up, stoic self-reliance, finds a dog, Miko, a mutt, scheduled to be put down.
John smiles, releases Miko, takes her. "Come on, let's go home."
The cycle continues, but differently. Still drawn to dog's symbol of hope, connection, but he chooses this time, not Norma. Subtle, powerful shift.
Yeah, Miko isn't just replacing Daisy. Represents a chance to rebuild, not just mourn. Saving Miko reminds us of his humanity. Shows growth, not just destruction. Still wounded, but no longer consumed by grief for Norma. New purpose, new companion he chose. Full circle, but with development.
Final scene. Iconic images. Miko watches John work on the Plymouth. You ready? Thump, thump, thump. The Mustang roars to life, recovered, restored.
John and Miko drive off. Miko's head out the window. John smiles, scratches her. "Good girl, Miko, good girl."
Mustang and dog, iconic franchise symbols. Mustang's return is visual payoff. Final shot mirrors the earlier drive with Daisy, but different dog. Healing, resilience, new chapter.
Satisfying emotional closure. Mustang with Miko signals a new beginning, moving forward. Sense of peace, resolution, but leaves room for what's next. Journey isn't over, but he has a companion. Hints at future possibilities while resolving the core story. Testament to the script's craft.
Wow, what an incredible ride that was. Going through Kolstad's script scene by scene, you really get a sense of his masterful control. Pacing, character, action, it's just a blueprint.
Absolutely. The economy of dialogue, relying on visuals for emotion, how every single action drives the character forward, brilliant. And those beats the script calls out. Not incidental. Deliberately give the story room to breathe, let the impact land.
And how it establishes John's reputation, not through bragging, but through the sheer terror and respect of others like Aurelio and Vigo. That's a huge lesson for writers, isn't it? Show, don't tell. The power.
The epitome of it, and the payoffs. The hidden arsenal, the underworld rules, the meaning behind just a dog. They all land with such impact.
Indeed. This script isn't just for an action film. It's a guide on building a compelling character arc driven by that simple, universal motivation. Grief into revenge. Shows that even in a hyper-stylized world, emotional honesty is key.
And its ability to constantly raise stakes, introduce new layers to the underworld, but never lose sight of John's personal journey. That's what makes it so enduring, so rewatchable.
So for you listening, if you're wrestling with your own story, maybe feeling stuck, think about John Wick. What's your character's driving wound? That one thing, if taken, sends them on that unstoppable path.
Yeah, and how can you use every line, every beat, every visual to deepen that emotional impact and drive the narrative?
This script reminds us that a strong foundation, clear character goals, well-defined world rules is the true engine of any great story.
It shows that even the most destructive paths can start with the smallest, most poignant spark of hope, igniting a journey beyond anything you expected.
That's it for this deep dive into the John Wick script. Join us next time on Pencil, Paper, Plot as we continue to unlock the secrets of great storytelling.
Keep writing, keep watching, and keep analyzing.
See you then.